subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
I said very candidly that the right wing in this country wants a rematch of the Civil War. I want that to sit in right now, because the President of the United States of America has declared war on the people of Chicago and people across America.
That's right.
He's more interested in giving billions of dollars to other nations, while farmers in urban cities around this country are literally being destabilized. And so whether it's the legal system, whether it's through executive order, or whether it's through the brave women and men who are serving as rapid responders. We literally have people who are volunteering in this city, on the southwest side, the northwest side, all over this city, to make sure that we're protecting children from being separated from their families. And we're talking about volunteers who are literally putting themselves at risk of being shot and killed by the federal government. And so whether it's the legal system, whether it's our continuous struggle for liberation through organizing, and whether it's through executive action, or whether it's through law, it would be nice if we actually had lawmakers in Washington that would actually hold this president accountable. And if they won't do it, then the city of Chicago will, using every single tool that's available to us.
All right, we're in the building. What's going on, guys? We are in the building. Round of applause to you. Round of applause to you, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time for the tap in. Glad to have you guys tuning in. If everybody could give me a cool retweet, that would be so fly, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody give me that retweet. Let folks know that we are indeed live right now. And before we get things cracking, let me shout out many of the regulars in here. Do it real quick. We got Rain Love. Hold on one second. People texting me. Hold on one second. Because I hate when I get text messages from overseas and shit. All right, I'm sorry, guys. So I'm shouting out the family. Rain Love. We got Brooklyn, Maine. We got Eric Strickland. We got Ivy World. We got Sweet Tea. We got FBA Said in the building. OGT Black Man in the building. Panamera. Court. 666 Wolf. We got Greg Nice, Miss London, Ty Powell. We got the lovely Tara Dynamite. We got Percy Earl, Alonzo FBA Law, Boxing Chick. We got Rhonda. We got Anya Saru. We got Little Old Me. We got FBA Soldier in the building. We got Noel. We got Brother Highland. We got CEO, the Prototype Grinds TV, Ernez, FBA Furball, Brother Maroc, and the legendary Tethanator in the building. Respect to the family. All right. So we had to activate some of that energy in here. First, and again, I got to thank everybody who came to the Hidden History Museum this weekend. Everybody's still talking about it. People are still buzzing about the Hidden History Museum and the event we had Saturday, which was just a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's the talk of the town now out here. Everybody in LA is talking about it. They're waiting on the next event. And the next event is going to be on November 15th, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing another one. We're going to keep it going. So the next one is November 15th, Saturday, November 15th at the Hidden History Museum. We're going to have all the details for you later on this week, and the tickets we'll get the tickets on sale probably by Friday. And get your tickets early, ladies and gentlemen. Get them early and plan your trip out to the Hidden History Museum. There's no place like that. I'm telling you. The experience at the Hidden History Museum, there's nothing like it. Our events are popping for a reason. Understand? So y'all need to come on out. I know a lot of people are looking at all the pictures and the videos like, damn, I should have went. Yes, you should have brought your ass on out. Come on out. Y'all see how popping it is? All the lovely ladies, the brothers dress fly. That's the place to be. That's the most populous place out here right now. But I keep you guys posted on the event that's happening on November 15th. I keep you guys posted on that. A lot of stuff we got to talk about. A lot of stuff. Now, what's going on in Chicago? Um, the mayor out there, he has something called ice-free zones because they got them federal troops out there. The Democrats are really pushing back against Trump and the Republicans and the troops and the National Guard and all these people. And there's a lot of political fighting and posturing right now. People are talking about a possible civil war. I know Mayor Brandon Johnson was saying, yeah, the right wingers, they want a civil war. They want a rematch of the Civil War. So people are talking very extreme. And this is what we know now as far as the facts. We know that Trump has ordered federalization of like 30 Illinois National Guard members, and he's sending over an additional 400 Texas Guard troops to Chicago. And he's threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act. The Insurrection Act of 1807 that allows the president to basically deploy federal troops internally in the United States under specific circumstances. It overrides the whole Posse Comitatus Act, where you're not supposed to have the military policing U.S. citizens. So the Insurrection Act kind of overrides that. And right now, there's a federal immigration enforcement operation in Chicago, that Operation Midway Blitz. Is led by ICE and Department of Homeland Security. So they're being very aggressive. They got helicopters, chemical agents, and they're raiding the homes of immigrants. And this is why they keep trying to drag us in. And black folk be getting detained. They getting black. They kidnapping black people. No, they're not. I done talked to my Chicago people, the family in Chicago. Like, no, they're not doing anything to us. We're good. Chicago is saying we're good. It's all cap. They ain't messing with us. They're getting immigrants. And people are like, well, they going up in the black community. Then the reason why they're going up in the black community is because the Democrats dropped the damn immigrants off in the black community. So they got to go there to get them. All right. Let's put it all in the right perspective. Yes, they're going to certain black communities because that's what the Democrats opened up the floodgates and put all these people in the black community. So when the police come down, they're like, okay, you stand over there. Let me go get Hector and Raul. All right. All right. Yeah, but don't try to drag us into the fight as if we're being targeted. No, we're not. So there's a lot of legal pushback from the Chicago officials, and the state of Illinois. They're filing lawsuits to block this deployment. They're calling it unconstitutional. They're saying it's a violation of state sovereignty. They're saying this is like an invasion, and a lot of strong political rhetoric is being used. War zones and militarization of cities and occupy and occupation and insurrection. So a lot of people are like, okay, are we slipping into civil war? Now, why does Trump want the Insurrection Act? Why does he want to invoke the Insurrection Act? Why does Trump want to do this? So he wants to override state power and he wants to control the streets of the blue cities. Because as we know, Trump is getting his lick back with a lot of his political adversaries. And I think Trump kind of put a whammy bammy on folks. He was like, yeah, all that crime in Chicago. Oh, yeah, we need some troops for that. Yeah, I think that was kind of a finesse. I think Trump wants to get back at his political enemies. And he understands if they say that they're going to, or imply that they're going to target black people, there's not going to be no pushback. So when they get in there, they're like, yeah, I'm about to get your ass too. That's who I'm really about to get. And now they're kicking and screaming and they got a problem with it. But yeah, that Insurrection Act, that gives Trump or any president unchecked authority to basically deploy federal troops in any U.S. city if he claims there's some kind of rebellion, insurrection, or obstruction of federal law. And Trump don't need permission from governors. So if a Democrat-led city, they refuse to let the federal agents conduct raids and blockades, Trump can just say it's excuse me, I'm sorry, guy. He could just say it's domestic unrest and send in the military. So some people are looking at this like him laying the groundwork to crush any kind of protest before they even happen. Yeah. Trump, he understands that mass protest, that's one of the last weapons that the public has. So if he invokes the Insurrection Act, he can legally deploy soldiers to surround protest zones and prevent any kind of insurrection. So this is going to get very interesting. Let me get Grinds TV in here. Let me get Brother Grinds to chime in. Let's get Grinds TV in the building.
What's
What's up,
up, brother
Grinds?
Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, Grinds. What's happening?
Oh God, it's a whole lot. I'm trying to minimize as much of it as possible.
Yeah.
So the Democratic shields are windmilling like hell and coming up with all kind of last minute gaslighting and guilt tripping techniques to guilt trip us for seeing the real of what's going on. Local anchors. Stations have pulled up to, like, for instance, that raid on 75th and South Shore in the South Shore area. um, One thing that the local anchors did not show were images or clips of any of those who were detained.
Right.
Apparently, it was both the illegals who were detained in the back of one van or truck, and then there were the black residents, some of the ones that were remaining, who were detained. Now, the interesting thing is, now this is supposed to be an ICE raid, but then it was ICE slash the Bureau slash I think like ATF or whatever, and I and other people think that was intentionally done as a 2-for-1 special, because of limitations of jurisdiction. Because what they apparently did was they went in there going after the illegals, but then they were asking black people, "Do you have any warrants?" And which was very funny, was something very suspicious. So because of the fact that, in spite of the limited information they were showing on local anchors, clips or whatever, or images, there were outside media sources, more so like up and coming or whatever, that went and actually showed the actual detainees, and those were the illegals, and they weren't showing the black people though. And ICE on their account on here even showed that same thing. The narrative was that black people and black babies were being zip tied.
Yeah.
Now, there were black people who were detained and they were questioned or whatever, but they got to go back home. But then the illegals, they took them in. They went as far as like the Democratic shoes or whatever, to take a clip from like an old TikTok skit or YouTube skit of a cop down in Texas arresting his 2-year-old, his toddler or whatever, and saying, "See, they're arresting black babies and putting them in zip ties. If you agree with this, then you're despicable," and all that kind of gaslighting, guilt trip and stuff. And people are really mad as hell that we showed the receipts and exposed them. And it was crazy because all people had to do was go on Grok. And like, how like the past 4 or 5 years, especially these Democratic shoes love to holler misinformation, disinformation, conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
This is your God. This is your bait. Don't get mad because you all's favorite tool to quote unquote fact check people debunk you all's lies.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
Man.
what was you gonna say?
Yeah, because I haven't. They keep talking about all these black people that's getting rounded up. I ain't seen one. I ain't seen
Not one.
not one. Right.
And like I did a space Friday night, and shout out to Pretty Poison, because while I was holding my space, she actually pulled up to 75th in South Shore and asked some questions of the super. And she asked the question and got all the information, and people got mad that that she pulled up, which is what we're supposed to do.
Hmm.
Because hey, we have to be our own media, because these people, listen, mainstream media since its inception, especially since after emancipation, they've been on a mission to put out all kind of lies, to put targets on our backs for stuff that, accusing us of doing stuff that we don't even have in our nature to do.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, black people, you have no business being emotionally involved and taking everything that these political parties and their media lying sources say as gospel. So they've been lying on us and to us and lying to the world about us, which is why we have no friends, we have no allies because of their lies.
Yes.
So she went. So those particular black people that they interviewed on like the Fox, CBS, and the ABC local anchor channels, apparently were hypes. That's what the super told the young sister who was in my space and actually pulled up.
Yeah, they look like it too.
Yeah, it's like honestly, I'm gonna be like, listen, when that lady was like, man, I was like, what about the kids and the decency and all that, and she said that agent said F them kids like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, that sounded fake as hell to me.
Yeah.
And after it be like I've questioned everything since OJ, and honestly, and I have my reasons. But yeah, so shout out to those who pulled up, and like I said, people are mad as hell that all the lies are being debunked. Black people are waking up. A lot of people who are on here and people who are not even on here, not even tech savvy, see what's going on and are pushing back. And we see we see the urgency in what's going on, and we're just gonna make sure that we continue to stay boots on the ground and do the work.
No doubt, man. I appreciate your grinds. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
We got our other brother from the Shy, brother Afro Elite. Afro, are you still in Chicago or are you in Atlanta? Waiting on Afro to pop on in. My boy Afro, something's going on with his phone. Hold on, let me take you down and get you back up, brother. Yeah, we're getting a little hold on. Let me try this. Hold on. All right, let me get Afro down and I get you back up in a minute, Afro. Let me try you again. Well, yeah, there you go. Let me see if I can get Afro in here again because I think Afro is out there in Chicago. And we're having a little technical difficulty with our brother, but I get him back in a minute. I get Afro in a minute. But back to Trump family, talking about what Trump is doing. Trump is trying to federalize these National Guard troops and basically turn them against their own states. See, under the Insurrection Act, Trump can take control of the state National Guard units and command them to operate anywhere in the country. And some people look at that as dangerous because it breaks the traditional chain of the state of command. So a lot of people feel a certain way about that. Some people think, well, this is about Trump building a national police state under the cover of emergency. Like they're saying Trump don't want a one-off enforcement. He wants a long-term federal security presence in major cities. So if he invoked the Insurrection Act, he'll set a precedent where troops can routinely be deployed to enforce immigration laws, to suppress protest and guard federal buildings indefinitely. So a lot of people, their antennas are up and they're really upset and really concerned about him positioning himself to criminalize the political opposition because Trump is getting his lick back from all of his political rivals. That's a major thing. So if he brands protesters and immigrants and all these dissenting mayors as part of a conspiracy or rebellion, Trump can basically label the opposition as criminal or treasonous. So the goal is not just suppression, it's transformation. So, this turns people are looking at this like, this could be a national security issue and it could transfer the civilians into enemies of the state. So once that framing is accepted, any military force is justified. Yeah. And some people look at it as basically this is like a psychological tactic to intimidate voters and silence critics. So if you got tanks on streets during early voting, because the voting season about to come up pretty soon, and you got federal troops guarding ballot drop-off boxes. See, you got protesters getting snatched up by military units. See, a lot of people think that creates a climate of fear. Some people look at this as possible voter suppression. So people are looking at it from different angles here. They're looking at it from different angles. Well, now, could it lead to a civil war? Possibly. If there's a massive mistrust of federal power, yeah. If troops are being deployed in major cities, especially Democrat-led cities, People see it as an occupation, not protection. Then there could be armed standoffs, armed protests, direct resilience and resistance. Some states might refuse compliance. Out here in California, and in Illinois, the governors are talking about filing lawsuits against Trump and the administration, and all this stuff about ice-free zones. So they're really pushing back on this stuff. So there's a lot of political opposition going back and forth. And folks getting charges put on them because these folks tried to put Trump in jail. And there's the saying: if you swing at the big dog, well, you better not miss. And boy, they missed. And now he's back in power, so he's gonna show out and be real petty and go all the way out. But the thing is, man, a lot of these groups are nervous about a potential civil war and the Insurrection Act. A lot of these groups are like, oh no, oh God, what have we spiraled into? Oh, this is why we should have voted Democrat. Oh God, we told you, goddamn grassroots blacks. Now everybody's a target now. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Yeah, we didn't want to vote Democrat, and we would be the only ones who are the targets. No, we didn't want that. Now everybody's on the damn hot seat. That's cool. No justice, no peace, as they say. There was no justice for us, and now there is no peace. Look how this is working. And let me tell everybody something about the Insurrection Act and all that Civil War talk. Listen, that we foundational Black Americans, we ain't tripping on that. Like foundational Black Americans, we were the original targets of state force and occupation. We're not tripping on that. I mean, we've been in a one-sided war since day one. We foundational Black Americans, we don't panic at the idea of domestic troops on the ground because we always lived in a low-grade war zone. We've always had militarized policing and federal task force agencies at us. I'm in LA, man. We had the batter ram, them running tanks up in our houses at 6 in the damn morning. We've been dealing with that. We ain't okay. All right. Yeah, y'all welcome to the party, folks. Welcome to the party. Now them batter rams are running up in these immigrant spots. Oh, wait, wait, no, not me. No, it's supposed to just be us. Yeah, speaking of Democrat City, yeah, Democrats talk all of that occupation and all that. Who grew up in LA or the California in the 80s like I did? Who was out here in the 80s, nigga? What you think they were doing out here? They were running tanks up in people's houses. Come on, dude. Go listen to Toddy T's record, The Batter Ram. And they were running all up in people's cribs with tanks all up in South Central LA. Yeah, we know what occupation feels like. We've been in that. And let's be real, family, truth be told, they've used the Insurrection Act on us many times already. The Insurrection Act has been invoked by several presidents, by the way. Y'all know that? And most of the time it's on us. Hell, going back to 1831, they used the Insurrection Act on Nat Turner's rebellion. Yeah, they've always put it on our asses. Yeah, Andrew Jackson, little racist ass Andrew Jackson. He used that to suppress the slave rebellion in Virginia. Yeah, I think they used the Insurrection Act at the start of the Civil War. But going into the 20th century, man, 1943, Franklin Roosevelt, they had the Insurrection Act for Black people in Detroit for the race riot in Detroit. They used it to have federal troops take Black children to schools. The Little Rock Nine, Eisenhower federalized the National Guard to have them walk Black students to the damn schools. I think they did the same thing in Mississippi too. But there was another riot in Detroit, 1967. They had the Insurrection Act Lyndon B. Johnson invoked that, and then he invoked it again after Dr. King got assassinated. Everybody started turning up in early April 1968, so they had to invoke that to suppress us. The last time they invoked it, 1992 in LA at the LA riot. Speaking of LA, they invoked the Insurrection Act then to calm black folks down for turning up after that janky Rodney King verdict. And we had this city lit the hell up. So yeah, they had to get them federal troops in here, and they had the Insurrection Act here in LA, 92. So we've always had that shit on us. This ain't nothing new. Yeah, we ain't tripping on that. We're not tripping on that, ladies and gentlemen. So now, these other groups, they see how it feels. You see what black people deal with on a regular basis. So the idea that the government might roll tanks down their street and start suspending their rights and start rounding some of these other people up. Oh, now, oh God, what have we fallen to? Oh, we've been falling to that. Y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing when it was us. Y'all didn't do a damn thing when it was all falling on our shoulders. Now it's getting hit to everybody. Everybody's getting hit with it. So now, oh, we got to get together and do something. Come on, black people. Oh, don't call us now. Don't call us now. Do not call us now, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't doing that. It's hold your own nuts time. Y'all not gonna scare us. The scare tactics are not working, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going for it. And my thing, I'm looking at how the Democrats and all these people are really fighting against all of these things that the Trump administration is doing. See, Mayor Brandon Johnson talking about having a ice-free zone, and they're going to use some of their troops to stop the other troops, and yeah, they're talking real bold. See, the problem is these folks don't never stomp this hard for us, for black people, for any black issues. See, that's the thing I don't like. These people are really going up against the federal government, these local politicians. They're really, really saying, oh, no, 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 y'all can't do this to these immigrants. See, when black Americans, when we say, hey, we need protection, we need tangibles, we're told it's too controversial. Oh, it's so unpopular. You know? Oh, if we do something for you black people, it's going to be polarizing. But all of those excuses vanish when you're protecting immigrants in these other groups. So now these folks are crashing out now. The Democrats crash out with the Republicans now. Yeah, they're straight up fighting. I'm talking about civil war. And the Democrats always talking about, well, we can't do nothing for you blacks because the Republicans gonna push back. That's rolling. They love talking that shit. The Republicans gonna be tripping. All that bullshit. They can't do nothing. Oh, well, if we do it, the GOP, they gonna push back. They ain't gonna like it. The GOP is gonna try to unravel it. But yeah, y'all still, the GOP they're sending troops on your ass and you still fighting for immigrants. They're sending straight up troops down there on you, and you're still fighting back. You see, this I'm remembering all of this for the next election cycle. So when they have their excuses ready, I don't want to hear nothing. Oh, I don't want to hear nothing. Oh, these people are talking so tough. They're going in like we'll do a civil war if we need. They own that. We ask for tangibles. We ask for protection. Oh, we can't do that. No, the Republicans is gonna block it. Oh, but yeah, y'all fighting tooth and nail to protect non-citizens. Yeah. Yeah, these Democrat officials, boy, they're selectively brave. So they're trying to act brave to defy Trump and um, protect immigrants. And all right, that's if you're gonna do that, okay. Don't give us excuses on why you can't do it with us. Do not give us no excuses. Yeah. See, these people got all types of executive powers, but it's rarely used to protect black people. See, Mayor Johnson, he used executive authority to protect immigrants with no vote needed, no Republican approval, no delay. So this shows that local officials, they can protect people when they choose to. Yeah, so when black people they come to us, well, did you form a plebiscite? We got to wait on Congress. We can't do nothing without legislation. We got all that. We get the Roland Martin excuse book. While they can't do a damn thing for us. Oh, we got to do a Where's Waldo? Did you meet with Nancy Pelosi? Did you go to the NAACP brunch? Did you page Kamala? We gotta go through a damn obstacle course. They give us every damn excuse in the book why they can't do nothing. See, we could, but what Congress gonna do? The Republicans, they just gonna flip it and overturn it. They give us every excuse in the book, but boy, they're fighting tooth and nail against the Republicans now. Yeah, they always talk about what's popular, what's unpopular. No, no, I don't want to hear all that stuff. You see, but the thing is, man, the Democrats, they say reparations and targeted protections, all that stuff, all anything that's going to help black people, it's unpopular. But yeah, these people got sanctuary city laws and all these little zones, and they're giving tangibles, and they got little war chest of money, and they're giving free legal services. Boy, they just got the whole smorgasbord of goodies laid out. Oh, they're going hard body. They're talking tough against the Republicans. Big time. And boy, when we say do something for us, man, well, they get the hemming and hawing and whining and complaining. See, this is why we're not doing the excuse thing for election season. See, Democrats, they try to dodge accountability by saying, well, we tried, but the Republicans stopped us. No, so all that ice free zone shit, that proves that you can fight back when you want to, when you truly care. So black voters are right to demand more than symbolic bullshit ass gestures. We're good. If these mayors can sign bold orders to protect undocumented immigrants, you can do the same thing for the foundation of black Americans. We don't want to hear no excuses. All that shit goes out the window. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Y'all raise the hands, everybody. Let's get y'all up in this piece. Because we do have a lot of people in here. We want to get to you. Let's get I see Boykin. Let's get Miss Boykin in here because she's sitting waiting. Miss Boykin, hop on in, ma'am. Miss Boykin.
Hi,
Hey,
good
how you doing,
evening.
Miss Boykin?
I am well. I am well. Thank you very much. I've been paying attention very closely,
Okay.
listening in to all the excuses both political parties have been making for a bunch of nonsense. Okay, listen, we've been there, done that, moved on. Like you broke down just a few minutes ago, Tariq, how they used insurrection laws against us since they militarized our
Yeah.
communities. Most recently, actually in Seattle, they did militarize Seattle during the 2020 uprisings, but also in LA, and now Chicago, DC, Atlanta, Detroit. Well, this is Detroit's fourth go around with that. Listen, I don't want to hear it from any of them at all, especially not coming up in election season.
Right.
All right. I don't want to hear how they're whining and complaining about Trump getting back at them. Okay. If black folk, foundational black folk, is uncomfortable, everybody's going to be uncomfortable.
Mm,
Get used to it.
yeah.
And so long as Trump got a hit list of all those people who tried to do him over in his first term and still screwing him over now, it's going to continue. So they can huff and they can puff and they can pretend like they're going to blow something down, but ain't nothing going.
Mm,
And that's all I got to say.
thank you,
Thanks for having me on.
thank you, beloved. Let's get RJ in here. We got a Democrat shield. Let's see what RJ has to say. What's up, RJ?
What's up, brother Tariq? Republican Shield.
Yeah. Lying on me ain't gonna work. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm good. You have a certain playbook, boy. I peep your playbook. Your playbook is, and Trump says he's gonna do a bad thing. Everybody says Trump's gonna do a bad thing, and then you say he's not, and then when he does the bad thing, you say it's good and we can deal with it. It's always he's not gonna do it, and if he does it, it's good now. It's suddenly
Other
okay.
babbling. Trump we ain't been detained and we ain't been locked up and we ain't been deported. All right. We foundational Black Americans, I've said it from day one, we ain't getting deported nowhere. Y'all Tethers was talking about we next, we gonna get shipped out. Y'all been fantasizing about us getting deported. We ain't getting deported. They are not targeting us, sir. They harassing people over in DC. But yeah, we're not getting they're not throwing us in ice vans, sir. And we good.
Yeah, he's literally using the crime example of Reagan. It's usually the same crime, you know, bullshit is what he's using for to attack and targets black
Like,
people. And you're saying
like,
it's good now. It's okay.
like go
Hmm?
ahead.
What are you saying?
Explain.
And your other playbook about Democrats is, oh, they're cowards. But when they do fight back, it's for immigrants. It's always they're cowards or they fight back for immigrants or they're strong against immigrants. Trump won't do the bad thing, but if he does the bad thing, it's good. It's so easy. I see through you now. It's the same playbook. Like you never just confront the bad thing Trump is doing. You just say it's really literally good. You literally just say it's good. I mean, you can deal with it and it will make black people stronger.
What has been done to black people besides them harassing some people up in DC? They just kind of harass some people in.
See, exactly. Sending police unwarrantedly to black neighborhoods to harass them and terrorize them and bring fear into them. But it's good
Oh,
though. It's good for you
oh,
because
and
you're
yeah,
Republican shield. You're Republican shield.
dude, and we weren't scared. We weren't scared. We were not scared. The brothers and sisters were not fearful. They were cursing out them damn troops. Y'all try
Are you all black people? Like,
to
do you speak for everybody?
do
Like, we talk.
ain't you. We're not you. We went, oh shit, the National Guard, we got to hide. They weren't scared. They were and let me. Some of them brothers were running the National Guard off the damn block. You want to keep it a bean? Some of them were like, "Y'all get the up out of here." They weren't putting no fear into these foundational Black Americans. If you don't stop, come on now. Go ahead, RJ, with your bullshit. RJ, unmute your mic. RJ, unmute that mic. All right, I think he dropped some bush meat on the phone. Let's get Carissa in here. Carissa, hop on in. Miss Carissa, hop on in, beloved.
I
Hello.
was like a quadruple mute. Like I couldn't speak for ages. But go on, Clarissa. I hope you expose his playbook too.
Okay,
Well,
go ahead.
I had a question. It was that will it still be considered a civil war if we're not fight like because I feel like the people that's mainly complaining is the ones that's not really foundation to the country. So the ones that's really screaming civil war is like probably older black people and people that are like first or second generation here. So that was something I was thinking about. I wasn't sure. I wanted to know what you thought about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of different people saying that. You know, I'm not really knowing the background of them, but I know they're Democrats talking that. But RJ,
Oh, and you wait, and also you keep on saying Trump is gunning for the people who try to throw him in jail and target him and mess him up. Like he didn't do nothing. Like he's pure and he didn't scam the country and do an insurrection and cheat on three women, three of his wives,
okay,
and not like what we talking about? Like Trump is holier than thou. Like
what the hell's
what we talking about?
that? Are you bringing up cheating on wives? Who gives a shit? I mean, come on, man.
And an insurrection. What are we talking about? An Epstein list. What are we talking about? Like,
Yeah, you just repeat.
see, this is the Republican shield. This is the Republican shield, and you
Dude, you just reading off Democrat shield talking points. You just they gave you like one page and you just regurgitating the same page over it.
So January 6th is not a thing. Epstein list is not a
And give you a whole list of shit. All you do is regurgitate the same email they sent you. Okay, look, Mbutu, just keep saying the same thing. He cheated on his wife. He scammed the country. Anybody else who opposes the Democrats, they're a Republican. Yeah, dude, they didn't even update your damn email. You saying the same goofy shit. And RJ, you're not even in the US. That's the killer thing.
same playbook. Trump does something.
You're not even in the US. How you all stomping like this and you ain't even over here? RJ is like over in Amsterdam somewhere. He's not even over here. You understand? But they outsource their Democrat shills in different countries. What do they pay you in? Do they give you like prepaid phone minutes or some shit? What do they pay you? RJ? Unmute your mic. I don't have you muted, RJ.
I was muted, obviously. Obviously, if I can't speak, if I don't speak, I'm muted.
Well, you might be eating some Lucy. I don't know what you're doing over there. Your mouth might be full, sir. You might have a mouthful of lemon pepper leopard legs or some shit. I don't know what you're doing over there. But
Okay, you're babbling.
but
I know you're Republican. I know you're Republican playbook. I know the shilling that you're doing. If Trump does something bad, it suddenly
keep telling the same lie over and over, and we don't want to hear it. All right. We don't want to hear it. My voting record is public. I didn't vote for no damn Republican. I didn't vote for shit. I'm not a shill like you. I'm not going to sit here regurgitating the same talking points over and over. Let's get Strange, hop on in.
Can you hear me, Tariq?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, Strange. What city you in?
I'm in Dallas, but I'm from Indy.
Okay, there you go. What's going on in Dallas?
Really nothing. That ice shooting a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember.
But
I remember.
so I was calling up here to tell Black people to be careful because these illegal immigrants and their supporters are putting us in harm's way. Did you see they tried to run some ICE agents off the road?
Oh damn! Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I saw one thing where one of these illegals, they tried to run up on a black ICE agent. They tried to, I want to say this was in Chicago, because some of these ICE agents are black, and I guess they think they can run up on the black ones and be on the bullshit. So this Latino dude ran up on this black ICE agent, and it was a short dude. The ICE agent was a short brother. So I guess the Latino dude thought he could take him. So he ran up on that brother. That brother body slammed the shit out of his ass. That brother whooped his ass. So it's getting real out here in these streets, man. Vole Wade. Vole, am I pronouncing your name right? Vole? You want to unmute that microphone? Vole Wade? And I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. All right, Vole Wade ain't saying nothing, so we're going to move on.
I'm here, Tariq.
Oh, there you go. What's up, Vole?
Don't what's up me, Tariq. I love you so much, but you're not going to disrespect me because I made my donation, like you said,
Okay.
and you had the nerve to turn around and invite Faison Love to our Hidden History Museum after his opposition to our reparations claim.
Now, what did he say?
He was talking to that Jewish dude who has his podcast. I don't recall his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, I don't think they should get reparations.
Oh, okay.
What's that Jewish guy that you went on his podcast and you explained to us why you went there and we all seen it, right? And you came at him and the decent way that you usually do when you run up against opposition.
Yes.
However, Faison Love, came at it with some negativity because he is not a FBA.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So if he comes to the Hidden History Museum and because I made my donation, I'm coming and I'm going to heckle him.
No.
And I'm letting you know, I'm going to heckle him.
We can't do that.
And I'm bringing Congressman Marcel's speakerphone to do it.
No, we are
And
very, thank you, dear. We're very respectful at the Hidden History Museum. And again, we welcome Faison. Faison is very funny, and Faison can explain himself if he said that. I didn't see that, but he can explain himself. And Faison is funny. He can come on down. But we're not heckling people. We don't do that. We let people speak their piece and all that good stuff. All right, let's get let me see. Y'all raise your hands. Y'all raise your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody raise your hands. Let's get K. Let's get K in the building. Let's get K in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get K.
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you, K. How are you?
Doing good. Well, in Chicago right now. To be honest, the immigrants all have vitriol towards Black Americans. So I encourage Black Americans to call ICE on their ass. To be honest.
Hmm. Well, we're
So
doing it. Yeah.
there's nothing going on with ICE detaining Black people. I haven't seen that shit at all. Um, It's a lot of just Mexicans and all, them people getting detained. But to be honest, they hate Black people. Most of them do. Even the Democrats, they hate the Democratic Latinos. They hate Black people. The Republican Latinos, they hate Black people, and they'll kill you. So yeah, that's all I just wanted
There
to
it is.
say.
Thank you so much, brother. Let's get Margie's son. Margie's son in the building. Margie's son, hop on in. All right. While we're waiting on Margie's son, let's get Cold Chief. Cold Chief in the building. All right. I don't know if we got some double mutes going on, or if you guys can unmute your microphone, that would be great. Hopefully, we don't have any double mutes going on. Margie,
Yo, what's up,
what's up,
Tariq?
man? How are you?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm just enjoying your spaces, man.
No doubt. What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, can I tell you one thing?
Yeah.
I have a junior white supremacist at the job. He's a Hispanic, and I want to try to get some of the youngsters to know that Hispanics is just as the same as white dudes. They are, supremacists, all in the same coin. Can you try to school some of my young brothers because they be having like, oh yeah, my baby mama Hispanic, my best friend is Mexican, but they don't seem to know the difference that these are the same coin. You feel me? And they don't know the difference between being on code and being on that frivolous shit. You feel me?
Right. Right. All right, man. Thank you so much, brother. Cold Chief, you here?
Yes, sir, my brother. Yes, sir. Deco Chief and the place to be from Chicago, Illinois, Southeast Side.
My man. Go ahead.
Hey, look, I'm right over here where the building is. You know what I'm saying? That's where I live. And I want to unfold something. Check this out. The doggone building was infested with tethers.
Mm,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, and it's the whole neighborhood. It's not just that building. That neighborhood is tether land. You know what I'm saying? They actually a few blocks from there, they done made like a 4 block strip of nothing but tether clubs. They making tether restaurants. It's because there's a place right behind where that building is. The water is the next block over, and right there's a factory, and PSI Quantum is opening inside that factory. I just the other day I was with Afro Elite. I googled it to Chat, and I told Chat to explain it. Chat said that this is going to be larger than the Gold Coast, and this is the first of its kind in the world. You know what I'm saying? Them tethers are being placed here because they going to be the ones that's going to be working there. The Democrats plan. That night that stuff was happening, it was agent looking in the tree down the street, excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? My boys walk past there. They loud as hell, some drunks. You know what I'm saying? The police didn't mess with them. I'm driving. I ain't got license or license plates, and I drove past and they didn't mess with me. And like I said, if they do, then you understand me, then just check a bag because you're going to sue. And I ain't going to hold up all day. Last thing I want to say, Black Hawk helicopter's been riding by. You can go to my page and see me showing video footage of them riding by here. Sorry for talking fast, but I know my time is short. I'll land my plane.
Respect to you, brother. Yes, indeed. Let's get C Killer out here in LA. What's up, C? C Killer? C Killer, unmute your microphone, brother. Mr. C Killer. All right, Mr. C Killer is having some technical difficulties. We'll get Mr. C Killer back up in a second. Let's get Brother Sean R in the building. Brother Sean R in the building. All right. Taking a bubble bath. I don't want to hear bubble bath sounds. There was something splashing in the back, and I don't know what it is.
What up? You know what it is. You better get you some root work at rootworkstyle.com.